This video here is not going to be sort of a traditional pop hunt video, if there is such a thing. I mean, this is not really about just one time that I went out and about. It's basically sort of like B-roll footage, I guess you could say, that I have just different videos, clips that I took over the past couple of weeks, and some pictures I took as well. And I just really want to compile this all and just let you see some of the things that I see on a regular basis when I go out hunting. Now, it's not going to cover all of the stores that I go to. I don't think I ever could put that all into one video, but these are some of the stores that I go to on a regular basis. I just want you to see what it's like, you know, when I go out and about. So hopefully this will give you a good idea of that. And don't expect this to be like a big haul video. I mean, at the very end, I'll show you what I got in January, which really wasn't much. And I mean, there's some stuff I just can't share with you. I'll talk about that later on. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. And like I said, I want you to see some of the things that I see when I go out pop hunting. So I usually start off at Walgreens. Walgreens is pretty close to me, and I actually do pretty well at Walgreens in my area. I mean, there's a lot of Star Wars. I don't collect Star Wars, but it's good that I can find those exclusives pretty easily because it allows me to, you know, help out friends. So that is why I'm glad to get those on a regular basis. And that Green Goblin has been there forever. I have the Chase Green Goblin, but I'm seriously considering going ahead and getting that one. I can't really say common. I mean, it's still a Walgreens exclusive, but I might go ahead and get that one as well. So of course, here is the main toy aisle in Walgreens, which it changes up somewhat frequently. I mean, I would say frequently enough. And again, this is the Walgreens closest to me. Now, when I venture out, I definitely see some differences there. So, but this is the one I go to, it's in a good location. I'll just say that because I don't know of any other collectors near this Walgreens at all, and they actually do get exclusives. And it's the same Walgreens where I found my two Chase Green Goblins, one that I kept, one that I gave away. And notice there's another Green Goblin. This is the same store, so I could definitely get my hands on that Green Goblin if I want to. Plenty of General Grievous, plenty of Sabine. You saw that. They got these minis here, although I'm still kind of aggravated because the GPK Series 1, they will never put those on sale. Like, I just been watching and hoping that they would discount those, but even when they discount all of the other minis, they still don't discount those. And I don't know, they may not really consider them to be minis, and I understand that, but still, it's like, come on, please put them on sale at some point so I can get more of those. Because as of right now, I think I only have like 4 GPK figures, and I would definitely like some more of them. So you see me there just kind of picking up things that caught my eye, some things that hadn't been there before. So yeah, that's why I pick up certain things as I move along. And I did notice here as well, this is my first time actually seeing these up close, the Metals Die-Cast minifigures, which are only, I think, 2.5 inches tall. And I know that's small, but still, I was still surprised by how small they were when I actually finally saw these up close. And I think they're pretty cool. I think they run around $5 each, which, you know, that's not bad. So I could definitely see myself getting some of these, especially if I'm tight on money and they have some figures that I want, but I'm not like, I don't feel like I need to have like that full-size version of them. I could definitely see picking up some of these. I think that's a smart move. One thing about Metals Die-Cast, though, I noticed they're doing a lot of color variations, and it's starting to seem a bit excessive. I mean, if you compare them to Funko, even by Funko standards, I think they're maybe doing too many color variants. So yeah, again, these are some of the things that I saw at Walgreens. And by the way, some of these images here are from other Walgreens. So if you look there on the left, you can see that they do have some Rogue One pop figures there. They still have some of the older Walgreens exclusive figures, like they have Plo Koon and Kit Fisto, Reese. That whole set I think is there, except for, I'm trying to remember the other one. I think it was the AT-AT driver or AT-AT driver, whatever I don't know how you say that. Like, I've heard people say that different ways. Yeah, and then if you look at this middle picture here, you see some of those figures I just mentioned. Also, I was able to pick up Scarlet Spider, and Scarlet Spider is gone. You know, so yeah, nobody asked about that one. He's already gone. I found a home for him. Miss Marvel, I actually still I picked up that Miss Marvel, and I actually still have her, and I'm kind of waiting, you know, just to see if I could work out a trade with somebody for that figure. And then there's Spider-Gwen Unmasked, which I actually just reminded myself I better add that to my list. I got to pick that one up for Gigi of Gigi's Geek Zone, because she found one, but it was damaged. So yeah, I got to help her out. I got to go back and pick that figure up, and I'm pretty sure it's there. As a matter of fact, they had more than one, so I know I can go back and get that. Then they also had Olaf. Ugh. You know, I cannot believe that Olaf is like still around, and it's actually, that might be one that they just got recently, because I thought like I wasn't seeing Frozen at all for a while, but all of a sudden there's another Olaf. And we all know if there's a sequel to that movie, which there probably will be, we're just gonna get bombasted again with a bunch of Frozen figures. Ugh, you know, it is what it is, I guess. And yeah, the mini metals die cast over there on the right, I definitely like the Harley Quinn one. So yeah, any of the regular figures that I don't have, I might end up picking them up as, you know, that size of figure. This is something else that's been catching my eye at Walgreens. I mean, I'm not a big Disney fan, but I think this would be a great gift for a Disney fan. And I'm sorry that the image looks so washed out. My phone has just been very awkward lately. Sometimes I get blurred images, sometimes I get washed out images. I don't know. I mean, I think my phone has been dropped a couple times, I won't lie, and maybe that's just starting to have an effect on it. But again, this set here I think is pretty cool, and they actually have a Care Bears one like this also, with 5 of the Care Bears. So and it was on sale. Like, you can't see the sale price there, but you can see in the bottom left there that sale you know, sticker at the top of it, and I think it was marked down at least $2. So, you know, like an $8 gift for somebody that's a big Disney fan or Care Bears fan, I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, you might want to be on the lookout for those. Basically, if you're looking at the Funko stuff when you're out there, turn around sometimes. Just look at the other stuff that they have available too. Okay, and yeah, that pretty much sums it up, I think, for Walgreens. Although I know that I'm going to be going to Walgreens a lot. If you've been up on my Funko News videos, then you know why. And I cannot wait to go back to Walgreens and see if they got the new figures in. I'm really pumped about that. Oh, and by the way, I just noticed I said I didn't see the AT-AT driver, and there he was. Yeah, so I forgot that. And that, I think that was actually a third Walgreens, by the way. Now here we're moving on to Walmart, and look right away at the box damage. I mean, just terrible. And they have these Ghostbusters 3-packs marked down. Like, meh, just don't care. And I mean, these are not really well maintained either. And you just see how limited the selection is. I mean, still a lot of Batman versus Superman figures going on. And then I ended up going over to another aisle, and I found some more Star Wars related figures. They're the Black Series figures. I do like that Kylo Ren, but I don't really I don't collect Black Series figures. I'm trying to remember if I have. I'm sorry, I'm looking back at my wall. No, I don't have any of those figures at all. But again, a lot more Star Wars figures. It seems like that's what I've mainly been seeing at Walmart, if they have anything at all. But I am pumped though, because a friend of mine sent me some pictures of a Walmart, you know, some Walmarts that are updated in my area. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to going out, because like now they have like official Funko sections. Like, they're finally on point. Look at the box damage here again though, by the way, in the footage, just terrible. But yeah, those pictures I saw, I'm so pumped, and I'm definitely, of course, gonna record when I go back out and see. Look at Stewie. It's just terrible what happens with these boxes. Really terrible. But yeah, I lost train of thought seeing that box there again. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to going to certain Walmarts in my area and just seeing these updated aisles. And who knows, maybe I'll even luck up and come across a Chase figure at some point in a Walmart. That would be pretty awesome. So they also had, and again, sorry for the blurred image here, but they had some more of those mini metals die casts. I saw some that I hadn't seen at Walgreens, and some different color, you know, variants, like the Supergirl I hadn't seen before, that top Wonder Woman, I had not seen her before. And then the DC superhero girls, they had these like mini versions of them now, although they don't look so great up close. They look kind of weird, almost like their faces are almost like troll dolls. It's weird. Like, even Gigi, like, she's a big Wonder Woman fan, but she saw that Wonder Woman mini up close and was like, eh, you know. So yeah, just kind of weird. Weird looking figures. So this here is actually at GameStop, which I was glad to get to see this up close. These Street Fighter figures, I forget which company they're made by, but they're definitely pricey, but they're pretty cool with the details. I mean, I'll just say, if I was more of a Street Fighter fan, I might have to spring for those at least when they're on sale, go ahead and get one of those. But I did like this figure here as well, the Catwoman statue, I should say. Catwoman with Isis, and of course that's Catwoman based off the Batman, the animated series, so that's cool to see. Every once in a while, GameStop, they'll surprise you. They actually do sometimes have some great statues, and every once in a while you can catch them marked down as well. Now, something else that I tend to see at GameStop is box damage. Also, like I saw at Walmart, I tend to see, unfortunately, a lot of box damage at GameStop. Like, if a figure is new, like it just came in and you jump on it, usually it's gonna be alright. But if a figure sits for a while, it's just only a matter of time before there ends up being some box damage. And I talked about this recently in a video. The big problem is that people keep displaying pop figures where kids can easily pick them up and play around with them. And they're not toys, they are collectibles. Even though I know we are some of us are some big kids and we do play around with them. But still though, yeah, that it's unfortunate, because I saw this Night King, in a glow-in-the-dark Night King, and I was thinking to myself, and pop hunters, you probably had this experience before. You see a figure and you're like, wow, why is this still out in the wild? And inevitably, when you go and pick it up and take a close look, yeah, you see box damage. You see why it's still sitting there. And that lets you know also that you have a lot of true collectors in your area, because you know it'll be gone if people weren't bothered by that. But yeah, I don't even know if you could see it well in this picture. There were at least 2 areas on the box where, to me, it was just not quite acceptable, and I was kind of saddened by that, just because this would have been one I would have picked up for Cat D. I'm working on a trade box for her, but I had to go ahead and leave that fella there in the store, because yeah, the box condition was just pretty much unacceptable. And then Power Comics, another place that I go to on a regular basis, and I check in with them a lot, and see what's coming up to their store. And they tend to get pop figures kind of in small numbers, so there's going to be a lot of figures that come up soon that I'm probably just going to buy them all, and they're such great people that they really do check with me to see if I'm interested in certain figures. And yeah, I can't say enough, that's very cool of them to do. And I always like to go in there because it seems like they always have like new statues in. Like that one on the left, that is one of the most amazing Spider-Man statues I've ever seen. It's Spider-Man and Green Goblin, and look at the effect there of like the smoke and the fire beneath them. That is incredible. That is really incredible. When I see these statues, always makes me wish I was a rich man. And then on the right side there, that's that Daredevil statue there. That's one I had not seen there before. I think they just got that in. So that yellow suited Daredevil, really cool figure. I mean, statue, I should say. So Power Comics, their eBay shop, I'll try to remember to link them down in the description again, because yeah, they have some really cool stuff and some pretty good prices as well. So do check them out when you get the chance. Now, just gonna run through here quickly some images. I don't video every time I go in there now, because I've done so many videos with their store at this point. But I do kind of take pictures to see what they have going on in terms of pop figures. So yeah, I just want to let you all kind of browse for a moment and see the selection that they have going on. A lot of Star Wars, well, not a lot, but they have some Game of Thrones, a lot of DC, a lot of Marvel, some of everything going on in their store. And then they did recently get in some of the newer Walking Dead pop figures. And check out that there on the left, that NECA Freddy Krueger figure. Pretty cool, I think. Wouldn't be my top choice if I was going to get one of those figures for myself, but I feel like if you're a big collector of NECA figures and you have some other Freddy figures already, that would be a cool one to add into the mix. And that's actually based off of Nightmare on Elm Street 4, one of his appearances in that movie. And then Living Dead doll, I think this is the first time that I saw a Living Dead doll there at Power Comics, and they actually had Ash from Evil Dead, so I thought that was pretty cool, and I hope to see that they get more Living Dead dolls in. I think that would be cool, and maybe I would have to pick up one for a friend, or one or two for some friends that are into those. Something else I saw here, because they just constantly get new types of collectibles in. I thought this Star Wars pack here was, it just jumped out at me. It looked pretty cool that you have Darth Maul, and then somebody could let me know. I don't know these other characters well. I know that Darth Maul has a brother, so I don't know if that's his brother or not there all the way on the right. I mean, somebody could let me know about that. And this was actually a Target exclusive, so obviously somebody traded this in to Power Comics. That's one thing I really like about Power Comics, because they do trade-ins. I mean, it just makes it always a surprise, you know, what I'll end up seeing there. Oh, and you could barely see it, but all the way on the right is the Harley Quinn Hula Girl, which I've seen that in a lot of stores. It's like $25 right now, though I don't know if I quite would want to spend that. So I'm hoping to see it marked down, or maybe I'll work out a trade with somebody on that. Yeah, it's pretty cool though, and I'm such a big Harley fan. I think that's definitely worthy of adding into my Harley Quinn collection. Now, this is some most recent footage here. I actually went out because Gigi, and I keep name dropping Gigi, I'm sorry, but me and Gigi, we talk a lot. So she was mentioning that she was interested in Shopkins, and I was like, well, you know, I know that Shopkins is at the closest Walmart to me, so this is back at the Walmart which is closest to where I live. And you see, I just was looking at a lot of this other random stuff, but yeah, I knew that they had Shopkins there because a former coworker of mine let me know that they were there, because she recently got into collecting. As a matter of fact, and you see some Shopkins there already, and here they go, and really good price on these, $7.88, you know, for each of these, and they got plenty of them. So if you're into Shopkins, I mean, I guess check your Walmart, see if they actually have them. And I know that I'm going to help Gigi out with a couple of these. And my coworker, though, she was actually able to go there and find a Chase Shopkins figure, which was going for like $25 on eBay, I think. So she was really happy about that, and I don't blame her for being really happy. That's a pretty good find. So some other cutesy stuff here. I was just kind of looking at this stuff because I'm just like, so much stuff pops up sometimes, and I'm just like, where did this come from? Like, I've never heard of it, like Num Noms and all that. But I mean, the Zoom Zooms, I've heard of those before, even though, I mean, to be real, some of the Zoom Zooms, they still kind of creep me out. Like, I don't like seeing these Marvel characters like with this hamster look going on. It's just, it's so weird to me. I can't get over it. And like I said, it works for some characters, like this Stitch here from Lilo and Stitch. That large Zoom Zoom, I thought he looked kind of cute, you know, but some characters, it's just so weird to me. Okay, so something else that somebody, a tip that somebody gave me is they said, like, start checking clearance areas in Walmart. So I'm going to do that from now on, because I mean, this is all Shopkins here, not stuff I'm interested in, but there are some Funko products that will pop up in the clearance sections as well. So when you go to Walmart, just make sure you look around, check for it, see if you can find a clearance aisle near the toy section or in the toy section, and you never know what you may find there. Okay, and Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm not a fan, but you know, I saw that they had these plushies going on, and I noticed also that most of them were sold, which I guess there's some fans in the area, or either they didn't get full boxes here or something, because yeah, it seems like they were going pretty quickly. I don't know for sure, but yeah, they just had those two characters there. And this toy aisle is I've been in this toy aisle so many times because this is my closest Walmart, usually a big disappointment for me. Now, I gotta ask, like, does anybody know what in the world is this PJ Mask about? This has like it's another thing that just popped up out of nowhere, and I see these figures like all around Walmarts now, and I'm just like, what is this? Like, where did this come from? So I don't know if it's a cartoon or if it's a toy that's gonna maybe branch out into a cartoon. Somebody let me know, because I was just like, what? Where did this come from all of a sudden? And then again, this is very disappointing. This is my closest Walmart. This is that front area near the cash registers, and you know, sometimes you will find Funko up there, but pretty pitiful here. Even Batman looks depressed. I mean, it's just nothing very interesting. Got some old pocket pops, and this is it as far as like my closest Walmart. This is all that they have in terms of pop figures. A couple of 6-inch figures that are older, you know, Big Bird, Snuffleupagus, and Thanos. I mean, that is literally it. Close to me. Oh, sorry, I almost lied there. Now this I don't really count, because look at the box damage. I don't count that. I mean, what self-respecting collector would count that? Terrible. Nobody's gonna buy that. They really need to just get rid of that. Nobody's gonna buy that thing. So my biggest find for the month of January was the Hulk statue here. Yeah, I talked about it in the previous video, so I won't get all into the details of it here. But yeah, that Hulk statue, absolutely amazing. And I'm actually Gigi ended up buying one as well because it was such a good deal. She couldn't pass it up either. So I got to find a good box to put it in. I'm gonna ship that out to her next week. And also, I was able to get Emma Frost from the specialty series. I got one for myself. And then you see there on the right side that I worked out a deal with a local seller, and I was able to get some for friends as well. So, you know, you guys out there that know that I picked up one for you, that you don't worry, it's still on the way. I'm just waiting till I get paid, and then you know, I'll start getting those figures out, you know, as soon as I can. So yeah, they're definitely on the way. Just be patient with me. But that local seller, I wish I could shout him out, but I'm not going to because yeah, like I said, he's a local seller, and I'm not gonna really break all that down, what that means exactly. It's legit. I'll just say it's legit, you know. But yeah, he really cuts me great deals. So I could definitely keep contact with him now, and I really do like that he can get the specialty series figures. So yeah, especially with a certain specialty series figure that's coming up that I shared very recently in Funko News. Go back and check it out, you know, if you haven't done so. I cannot wait to get it, and I'm probably going to try to grab every one of them that I can, you know, to help out my friends as well. So yeah, there will be a new hunt video coming very soon. There may be a haul as a part of it. I really didn't show you much for the month of January, what I picked up, because most of what I picked up is for a trade box with my great friend Kat D, so that's why I can't really show it right now. It will be on her channel once she receives that box. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And you know, like I said, this was just some things that I see in my area. You know, tell me if you see some of the same things. Like, do you see a lot of that box damage at certain stores? Are you seeing some of the same figures kind of over and over? I know a lot of people complain about their Walgreens. Some people's Walgreens are stepping up though. So, you know, just tell me about that. Whatever you want to talk about, drop it down there in the comments. Let's have a little dialogue going on. And yeah, that's it for now. Just keep tuning in. A lot more content coming up, and you all take care. Till next time.